President, how much will the
We're thinking
tariff?
about that too. We're talking about a tariff of 10% on China based on the fact that they're sending fentanyl to Mexico and Canada.
How soon?
What did you write to that letter, do you,
How
sir?
soon on those tariffs?
Probably February 1st is the date we're looking
Do you have
at.
an update
For
on-
Mexico and China, we're talking about approximately 25%.
Despite not being directly targeted by the latest U.S. tariffs, analysts say Singapore may still feel the brunt of them due to being one of China's largest trading partners. Now, what exactly are tariffs? Tariffs are taxes or duties imposed by a government on imported goods and are used to make foreign products more expensive, often to encourage consumers to buy domestically produced goods and generate government income. So analysts believe the 10% tariffs on Chinese goods will have a greater impact on Singapore than the 25% tariffs on Canadian and Mexican imports, as Singapore's trade volume with China is 20 times larger than its combined trade volume with Canada and Mexico. Singapore's trade partners are also closely tied to China, so a drop in China's U.S. exports could significantly reduce demand for Asian goods and services.
In terms of the impact on Singaporean workers, it will really depend on two things, right? First, it will depend on the severity of these tariffs. And secondly, it will depend on how long these tariffs are really going to last for. And if it's going to last longer and more severe than expected, it will likely lead to retrenchments, wage freezes, or even reductions for some of these companies. So it will really affect the Singaporeans, like the employment.
But it may not be all doom and gloom. Analysts say Singapore's outlook is supported by easing monetary conditions, major infrastructure projects, and an expected generous election budget.
Hard to have winners in a trade war. So in trade war, generally, from economic theory, everyone loses. For me, I'm a firm believer that whenever there are challenges, there are also opportunities that lies within these challenges. For instance, this US tariff, it offers some potential opportunities for the Singapore's economy. First, it could potentially attract like more FDIs, foreign direct investments into Singapore. So for now, we know like Chinese companies, many of them, they have the aim to circumvent like US tariffs. They are increasingly considering relocating their operations to Southeast Asia, and Singapore, with our robust infrastructure, our political stability, and we are very strategically located,